What is up? I'm finally back. I actually have something to make a video on. I just watched this game, and we looked pretty good out there. One big key thing for us is that we shot the three really well, and we shot a lot of threes. You know, it's been a while since we've been. Actually, I don't think we've ever really been a team that shoots threes. So this was a nice change. We're getting with the modern times. Mark, our coach, I feel like he did okay. It's a preseason game, of course, but I think I'd like to us having 73 points at the half. I think is a really good thing. I want to talk about what I've seen from this game. So of course Shea was good, like he's always is. Diallo was pretty good as well. I wanted to see Diallo shoot a three, but his jumper does look a little bit different. He's been working with lethal shooter. George Hill just looked like George Hill. Now Isaiah Roby looked interesting because he looked like a really athletic wing that today at least shot the three. I mean, one was a buzzer beater, but he made it, and then the other one was just an open three, and he made it as well. Mike Muscala looked really good. Really good. 5 for 5, 4 for 4, 18. Hope he continues that. Now, let me go down the list a little bit. TJ Leaf, did he impress me? TJ Leaf was okay. He was missing a lot of layups for some reason, like right at the rim. He just missed them. But whatever. Poku. Now, when I was watching it so for the first two quarters, not gonna lie, Poku looked kind of weird. Like even the third quarter, Poku, he made like a bank shot, and then after that he kept like making mistakes. He kept he airballed a layup, like he airballed the layup like 2 inches away from his face. It was weird, and then he had like this he shot a three off of a screen really quickly for some reason, which I don't understand why he did that. And then he missed it, and then I'm pretty sure he turned it over. He had 4 turnovers. I remember 2 of them. Like he would dump it off, but like he really had no plan. But he's still a rookie. It's a first preseason game. It doesn't matter. But in the third and fourth quarter, he started hitting threes, and Poku looked like a pretty good 3-point shooter there at the end. His form, the only thing I'd say about his form is he probably needs to follow, or he doesn't need to actually, because he was 4 for 8, but his jump shot looks a little weird, a little wonky, but I mean it works. Kenrick Williams, I'm pretty sure he's the one who wore number 34. He didn't play too well. He missed a free throw. He was 1 for 5. He reminded me a lot of Josh Eustace. He's an athletic guy who has a lot of effort, but maybe not the most skill. He's a really high effort guy. The whole time, maybe he wasn't hitting his shots or whatever, but he had 3 turnovers, but he had a lot of effort out there. I'll give him that. Moses Brown was in there for like 3 minutes, so he really didn't do too much. He had a block. Frank Jackson was a pleasant surprise. He was really good, just with the ball. Hit his threes, whatever. Really good player, I think. And Theo Maladin was amazing. Yeah, I know, it's just a light 20 points for our point guard here. He played really good. And he played like a veteran. Whenever there was like a play late in the game where he got tripped up and then he called a timeout right after. I'm not saying like that's some revolutionary thing, but that's quick thinking. Good veteran, like veteran-esque mentality with it, which is very, very cool when it comes down to that. He played really well, and I hope for him to continue to play like this. He's so young. He has a lot of potential. Him and Poku are going to be, the main guys of this draft class. Poku looked good, near the end. He didn't look good at the beginning, but, that's just, first NBA game type stuff. But Poku, I mean, if he can continue to shoot like he did, I'd be more than happy. I will say, though, with Poku, we did see a little bit of how, him not having a lot of strength affected him. There was this one time where one Spurs player, the play was broken up a little bit. He just drove in and then just bumped into Poku. Poku, moved back 5 feet, and then he got a free layup. Now, that comes with time, getting fit, all that. But that's just one thing I noticed. Schofield from the Wizards, he was okay, I guess, but not really much that I saw from him except him getting like drilled in the face by LaMarcus Aldridge. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And overall, I think we played well, and we shot really well though. So this game we were my bad, sorry. We were really effective, 54% from three. So we're obviously not gonna be like this every night. So, but 54% from three is good. 90% from the free throw line, 48%. Like we were so dominant. There's one thing I will say though. One thing is that we had a 20-point lead and then we like blew the whole thing, but then we got it back later on. But that was just interesting to me that came about like that. But we played better than I expected. I expected us to lose. I mean, it's still preseason, but I can see what direction this team is gonna be in, and not to mention, Lou Dort didn't play. Al Horford didn't play. Who else didn't play? I can't really remember, but that was interesting for me, for us anyway. So during the season, I expect Theo to probably be like relatively solid. Poku is gonna be one of the. I think Poku is gonna be a streaky shooter to start out his career here. He's gonna like. Okay, let me just use this comparison real quick. Alex Abrinas. He never really shot like super efficiently wise. Like he would always shoot like 34%, 33, 35. But he'd have nights where he'd hit like 4 in a row. Like that's what I mean from Poku. Poku's gonna be a streaky guy. Hopefully he can get his weight up. But he looked pretty good rebounding the ball. There was like a little moment where he got mad at himself, which is actually kind of good. He's trying to he's like, I can do better than this. And that's a good thing. I mean, he picked it up later on in the game, so I think it worked. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this recap. I mean, we looked pretty good out there, and I'm happy. Anyway, guys, have a good night or morning wherever you're at. Sayonara.